Oh, there we go.
While he's getting this kind of all set up, this is Guns of Icarus Online, but it's like a new edition is happening. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's basically the PvE version of Guns of Icarus. So instead of being a PvP team-based competitive thing, it's basically teams battling against AI enemies.
Always go for the turnout,
So
of course.
so the first match that I set up is basically a team of ships, 3 ships, and with crews operating the ships, chasing down an AI enemy convoy.
Just come down here.
Is that a decision that you made based on kind of how you saw other people playing the original Guns of Icarus?
It's in part that, in part just what we originally wanted to do, but never really have. I guess the resources. So like basically we just never were able to make that happen, and so we at some point after Guns is released, we ran a Kickstarter as well, and had people backing the project. So it's in part taking feedback and seeing what people are interested in part the original vision, and also in part just trying to fulfill our Kickstarter duties.
Fair enough.
So one of the things that like blows me away is the design of these ships. These look incredible.
Oh, thanks. And with the new ships, we're taking more liberties, because we're part of it is just introducing a worldview. So we actually have factions that we're asking the player to pledge into, and so a lot of these new ships have their faction themed. So like we're trying to sample different cultures. Like basically it's still steampunk, but try to sample different cultures across I guess the world. So bringing in different cultural influences, and so you see more like disparate art styles.
Very cool.
I am messing up Skype entirely. I don't know what's going on. Oh gosh.
Howard, what have you done?
I don't know what's going on. Like, my Skype client won't even respond to mouse clicks right now.
Oh no. Well, we can hear you, so don't touch anything.
Yeah, because I was gonna bring another person, like another teammate in, but I can't.
I see. Oh. Well, if Skype's not I would offer to bring him in too, but then you'd have to like say his username out on the stream, which is probably not a good idea.
That's okay.
If you email it to me, and I'll invite him.
I think if I should be able to just make up answers.
Well, this is looking like a fancy rig here.
I hope you know anything about it.
Yeah. So you're on my ship. You're on my ship. You're not on my ship. That's not my ship. Alright, so in this game mode, we're basically you see the blinking cursor head, and they're basically cargo carried by AI enemies. And so the mission of this the objective of this mission, is to chase them down, capture the cargo, and return it back to our outposts. And if our outposts are destroyed, then the computer wins. And if we can capture the cargo in time, then we win.
Interesting. Yeah, I tried playing this for a little while, and I definitely noticed it's a very different type of gameplay versus. We're apparently not being capable of being heard at the moment. Karma, can you do the same thing that Scott had to do and
Oh, turn myself down? Sure.
chop your audio and crank up the whatever is putting out the Skype voice? I'm pretty audible, but not Howard. Howard, can you up things on your end too? Stop being so soft-spoken. God.
I have my mic volume at the highest.
Okay.
Maybe I could start.
No, don't scream. Save that for PAX.
Yeah.
Oh god, we're going right in.
I did say difficulty of this mission to be normal. So we'll see how that goes.
Excellent work. We got one on
Hope.
the cargo.
I'm surely still pretty novice.
Yeah, I only burned through the tutorial, but this actually looks really cool. I'm surprised I didn't know about Guns of Icarus prior to this, because it looks like a game that'd be like right up my alley.
That's more. It's definitely more teamwork. Wait, for some reason, Steam included us in the Valentine's Day sale thing.
Valentine's Day?
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, well, of course, it's a sale opportunity. We'll take advantage. But
Guns of Icarus is all about
yeah,
love.
I know. I'm sure some relationships are really oh well.
Jesus, we got the bomb.
Oh god, what happened?
Oh boy. That didn't end well.
Oh no.
We got wrecked.
So,
Are there any specific influences for the different ships?
yeah, so they're faction-based, and the factions are influenced by. I mean, we basically drew influences from different cultures.
Right.
You know,
Escape
from
pod.
like mid 1800s on to
Turning about for it.
like. So it's essentially it's like high esteem to the onset of diesel.
Right. Light it up.
So like you'll see some are more like Northern African, more nomadic. Some are more Asian. Some factions are more Asian. Some are more high control. So you'll see influences from faction ships pretty much across. So it's I guess it's really I mean I think what's fun for us is to interpret steampunk in this way, to kind of set a time period, but
Got a
sample
few things that are a bit damaged.
different culture and different aesthetics.
For sure, for sure. I definitely see it like screaming from some of them. I don't remember the names of the ships right off the top of my head, but the one with the golden sails just
This balloon is dead.
has very Asian influence.
Yeah.
Very heavy. Beautiful though. I love playing an engineer in this too. Just running around and preparing the different things as
Yeah, it's definitely a more high-
monitor the cooldowns. But I don't know my way around this ship very well, so that's definitely a challenge right now.
I do love that you've managed to successfully make all of these different cultures,
Good, nice job.
but also very successfully make them very distinctly like airships.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah.
beautiful.
So,
Thanks.
Wolf, if you can go up there, get the mortar
How
on
big
it.
is your team right now, or during, hardcore development? How big was the team for this?
Yeah. We still are 10 plus contractors that work with us. So it's size-wise still about the same.
There you go, Karma. That's how you do it. Gotta get those engines down.
It's kind of amazing to see this level of. Just to point out to people, like Rockstar Games and things like that, they have like massive teams.
Super budgets.
Super budgets, large teams, and the visual quality that you see with Guns of Icarus and the gameplay and like just the general overall quality, I think is it's on par.
There's so much going on too.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
Wow. Okay. Thanks. I think. Well, I kind of paused for a second because I was supposed to carry the cargo, and somehow I forgot to. I accidentally dropped it, and now I am at the objective, and I don't have cargo.
We can go back. We can go back for it.
At this point, at this point, might as well just.
Don't make me turn this boat around.
Hey, no, you guys are fine. Like, it just, I think the people on my ship are probably younger, but we're
You're the dev. You should know better.
yeah. I mean, it's hard to talk and ramble and play fun. I've never made that skill.
So the massive, like the player count, I should say, for each game.
It's we can so with you can place one player on a single ship up to 4 full crew, so that's 16 players. So in alliance would be 1 to 16.
And the AI difficulty scales with.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And then I think I saw you guys were talking about boss fights too. Is that a thing?
Yeah. The bosses right now are basically just tanks. They're big, and they have more powerful weapons, and they deal more damage. But going forward, what we're trying to do is make the bosses feel like more like real bosses. So they'll have stage health, like weak points, and their vulnerability. So that's still something we're working on.
That's cool.
It's so beautiful to watch these things blow up. I imagine different weapons have different strengths and weaknesses versus different ships.
Yeah.
Or different components.
Yeah. Yeah. Some can disable, some can disable enemies directly in pocket. Some are good at piercing armor, and some are good at just DPS straight damage. And yeah, that's basically balancing your guns. The trade-offs are, for example, taking on clip size, projectile drops,
Reload speed for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Victory!
Alright. I guess normal is too easy for us.
I love the different outfits too. I didn't notice those prior.
Yeah, I mean, some of the it's cool. Like with some of the hats, so we started to have players design workshop items. So a lot of the hats, new hats, and ship decals, for example, player design is really cool. Good to see.
Nice.
Alright.
How long did the Alliance variation take to develop outside of what you had already created in Guns of Icarus itself?
It took a lot, actually. I would say it may be more. It would be harder than making the original game.
Well,
because we end up building. We started building AI, pathing, and just a lot of the combat mechanics and logic. And we also worked on a director, which took us a long time to be able to dynamically spawn enemies, to measure tension, and scale the difficulty up and down based on how well players are doing, like within a difficulty boundary, to have like crescendo events.
Well, we have enough
to,
4 ships. Certainly wouldn't hurt.
and just trying to make all the matches
Give it a nice stress
dynamic
test
from
on
match to match. And to build that took us a long while, just because we never really had any experience doing anything complex with AI. So that took a long time. I mean, it took us a while just not to have enemy ships or planes crash into them.
I imagine so. Yeah, having them navigate through space like that.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because we originally we had planes and we built the fly models so that they're really realistic, and then it just became like they're so
we might be able to fight the Iraqi
obnoxious and like impossible to shoot down that we actually had to make it to tune it back to try to make sure that okay, fine, while they fly, they're not super janky or anything, but oh my god, okay, so we just waited for hell mode. Okay, this will be interesting.
Oh god.
Fire extinguisher ready.
Yeah. Okay.
That music playing then. Sorry. Yep.
Oh,
had
man.
amalgamation.
And so yeah, to somehow make sure that they're satisfying to shoot down and engage with, but still look okay. That took us a while as well. And it's like making the AI path through narrow spaces, tight spaces, without blowing up and killing themselves. It's
The explosions look really cool with like the smoky effect. It's almost like a paintish kind of artwork. It's really cool.
Well, thanks.
And then
So
the overlay with like the cinema kind of static going on.
yeah, post process, yeah.
I think
So
that adds like totally like the flavor to the game, make it more steampunk feeling.
I'm not even meant to
Yeah,
be being
so
able to
like
fall
Tim,
asleep.
took a lot of inspiration from 8mm film, so added the film scratches and film grains.
Can I just interject for a second? Karma, can you boost the Skype volume on your side? I'm going to talk quieter. And
Sure.
hopefully that will help Howard. Because I can hear him pretty okay, but I'm getting a couple people still saying that it's a little tough to hear him. And you're saying such interesting things.
All right.
I will.
So that's pretty loud now, I think. Hopefully that's not too loud.
I'll try to be extra quiet.
I can whisper too.
Much better. Good. Yay.
Cool.
It's funny, we tried to test audio levels prior. It didn't take.
Waiting for a majority of captains to be ready. I don't believe I'm a captain though.
Uh-oh.
Nope, we don't have.
We lost Howard. He's gone.
Oh,
He
Skype
was saying
finally
that
attacked.
Skype's having trouble. Oh no.
Howard!
He should be coming back.
He's fallen
He's
off
adding
the boat.
in his co-developer as well.
Sweet.
Hopefully here.
It's pretty cool when you're running around repairing these guns as the other ships are blowing them up. You've got like you can hit it once and then it has a wheel that'll go around and it's on cooldown, so you can kind of multitask and run around and repair multiple different engines and guns simultaneously.
I don't think I'm ever going to use Skype again. Just saying.
Hello?
Oh, did that work?
I can hear you.
Oh,
hear
good.
you guys.
I can hear you.
I can hear you,
Oh,
Howard.
okay. And I have mouse. I can click on buttons on Skype now. So, hey. So I'm back. I am back. Skype crashed finally.
So I actually found that you guys stream. You actually stream on Twitch this game often. It looked like.
Yeah, we try to do a player in us Q&A every Friday, and we stream with players. So we'll basically host matches with players twice a week, and if the players win a match, they will get an item. We'll give them some in-game item stuff, like a costume or a hat. And it ended up players just totally farming us for items. It's like,
That's really cool. That's a cool thing to do.
Yes, it was.
it became a farming session.
Oh, I was there all weekend.
Twice a
I was
week.
one of the guys running it.
Whoa! This is like an electric
Oh
cannon.
my.
Was there.
I've got to get back there to repair those. Go, go, go.
Oh, this gun is really cool.
96 hours straight, man.
Oh, which gun are you using?
It's like an electric pulse rifle. Looks like.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much range on it.
I think the fun part is also that we can be crazier with weapon design. Just because we don't have to worry about competitive balance as much.
Give me a little,
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, just a second.
I hadn't thought about that from ship to ship.
Some things on the screen.
So in this match in game mode, we're defending our base from enemy attacks, but also going out into these different lanes to destroy their drills, their refinery drills, capture these cargo back to base. So if we can capture all the barges and cargoes back to base, then we win. And if the enemies destroy our base, we lose.
Fire, fire, fire!
Clearing
Get
it.
on the gas mortar on the back.
So is Muse not able to join the call?
I invited.
Laying down fire.
I have this secret theory in my mind that you're really both the same person.
I have no idea what's going on. Like,
All along. Oh, we got fire everywhere, Karma.
I'm trying to put it out.
I guess everybody's using Skype. Because Skype can be janky. So.
Yeah, when you need me to pull off. One hole.
Oh no, engines,
Oh,
engines.
More fires. Although keep in mind, I think they did put the difficulty up pretty high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure they did.
So I'm just gonna run around and keep putting out fires.
I think they do.
Jesus.
Going back down to the engine. Stay here and hammer.
Hammer time.
We're doing okay though. Doing okay.
I'm giving her all she's got, Captain.
I'm a big
That's
fan
how
of
I
the
do it.
piloting. I think that's the only thing I've done thus far. I haven't played as like the engineer yet. But the piloting mechanics are really cool.
Boy, that's what's inside.
I think everything looks good now.
Pilot's definitely
Since when did they spawn
demanding.
2 cargo? Thought they only spawned 1. And let me
I think it worked. I think we have a Muse.
Hey!
Welcome to the Super Show.
Thanks for having me. So Howard's been doing a good job of getting all the introduction out of the way, and I'm going to come along and ruin everything for him.
Lovely.
I am basically just rambling
Oh, okay.
while
get that whole armor down.
trying to try to steer the ship. I think the thing is, if I am on stream, maybe I'll just be a crew and not try to fly a ship.
Yeah, that's what I usually could do. I've been on certain questions in the Twitch chat, so don't worry. I've not been sitting around. Everything's fine.
Slightly upset you're not the same person.
I can be Howard if you need me to be.
This is like
That's
a
the
laser.
kind of
That's cool.
flexibility I expect out of an indie team.
Yeah, well, you know, you need to. Sometimes you just got to show up
No,
for
you
work
can-
one
it's not
morning and you
just-
got to pretend to be someone else.
Right, it's not just different roles, but you can actually physically be that person.
It's true, yeah. Well, for a while we had a lot of rumors going around that like you'd removed me, like that you'd sent me away or something because I went missing for a couple of weeks
I
on
think-
holiday.
Nothing hole.
No, I think the rumor is actually that I actually killed you.
Yeah, that's right. And you didn't do that. You were actually really nice to me. You let me go on holiday and everything. It's lovely.
Whoa! All right. Are you guys having like
Overheat.
crazy slowdowns, or is it just me?
No. Things seem
Things
smooth.
running smooth here.
Awesome. I think mine
Nope, I can't reach him.
is not as good as yours.
First-
We didn't kill that fast enough, so we have to kind of reposition it. Get on the gas mortar and shoot it at it. Get on the mortar and shoot it at those 2 airships as well.
Oh my.
Yeah, they're all behind us. Maybe this one can reach him. Nope.
Oh, for Christ's sake, where's Inspired going? Alright, let's ban
I've not been paying any attention to the match you've been playing. I've
going after that
just things. Are you winning?
Things
Oh, you actually.
were going well.
You
Now
are
we're getting lit up.
Were.
not sure.
They were going well.
Oh, you just
I-
took out the drill.
My
Nice.
my ship is at least not dying.
Tip top. Tip top, Cap.
okay.
I don't know if I'm on the same
Carry
ship as you. I
away.
think I am.
I think
Well, I had a question as to the difference between the hammer and the wrench.
So the hammer is to make it's the best for regular repair, gives you the biggest health buff or health boost. So the wrench is more a middling tool. It does a little bit of everything. So it can rebuild a component when it's destroyed and repair, but it's more middle of the road. And then the small wrench or the spanner is the best at rebuilding a component. So they all have different trade-offs.
Okay.
I have a feeling that destroying that drill was amazing, but
Oh, if you started, is it summon the boss?
well, just because I'm the only one who went into that lane, and
Oh, so you're trying to get the cargo balloon out of the by
yeah,
yourself.
right. Because in 3-ship hell mode, every lane spawns 2 cargoes, right? So,
Okay.
Someone on the back, someone on the zoo, someone
well, I think at this point I'm gonna go dash back to base because base is taking damage. And as we return the cargo, we can heal our base incrementally. So that's what I'm doing.
Lucky for us, they drew most of the fire.
So how far out do you think this is from being released?
Oh, good question.
I mean, I never expect an exact number because, you know, games. But like, are we
We do
looking
have
at
a
2017?
I
2020?
well, yeah, 2020, 2026.
Oh God, no! I don't think you can keep me on payroll for that long.
That's if you're ever on.
Beware, only guns.
Yeah, exactly. But we do have a target date for when this will go into beta, so I guess that's a good jumping point, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think, well, we're not systems we're not systems yet. I think, basically, I think the one remaining thing that we haven't even had any version or iteration on is the progression system. And progression in this game will be the world progression and factional progression on top of just individual player progression. That, like, all that stuff haven't been done yet, and we'll need to get that done first. And then it will be just maybe prototyping new game modes and just polishing stuff. We're also working on the new boss mechanics and a new base mechanic, so that will allow us to make them be more engagement. So, like, you know, a boss battle will really feel like a boss battle. And as far as progression goes, the world progression will be like people will join factions, and what people are doing, say the points or resources that people collect from individual matches will contribute to the faction's war effort, and the faction will be pitted against each other. They'll be contesting for territories, battling for resources, and basically and at the end of I guess a season, say if it's a month, 2 months, the faction will ally based on how they're doing in war or how they're doing territorially. Like, they can ally and form alliances. And,
Oh, that's so cool.
It'll be more of a meta game.
Yeah.
So is progression tied to a ship, or is it tied to, like, the character itself?
The progression, well, there's a faction level progression,
right,
where you are helping your faction progress,
okay,
and gain more territory and whatnot. And there is a player faction level where you can unlock, like, say a new ship, a faction ship, or a new, like, weapon for you to use, because you have contributed toward your own faction's effort. And then there is also a player progression where you can level up, say, your skills. Ouch. I thought we were doing so well. Darn. So there's, I guess, different levels of progression or layers of progression. And I think the one thing that we're trying to do, that we're aiming to do, is, say, if we as a ship or as a team did really well, or as a clan did really well, then we'll create like a chronicle, and we'll record how the factions and the individual players and teams did for a season. So we'll try to log that so people can reference it.
So a bit of like an Eve element, kind of, where players kind of shape what is literally happening.
Shape the forward-looking narrative. Yeah,
That's
Very
awesome.
Cool. Oh man, we're doing really well. But...
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Nobody knew what happened.
I was swinging hammers like you wouldn't believe.
I don't think we lost because we died. I think we lost because of an objective.
Yeah, because our base got destroyed.
Okay.
I think the man said he was going to open up a 4-ship match.
What are you guys gonna fight this time?
We can vote for. We can vote for Voyager's Cove. It's another defense map.
True.
But not hell this time. Let's do hard. let's step it down a notch.
Hell mode. So I was looking up your guys' studio, and this is your second game, right? Your first one was a platformer, it looked like.
So we made a single, like our first game on Steam was basically a single player Guns of Icarus, called Fly the Icarus. Essentially the ship was on rail, and you were just one player going around the ship repairing components and shooting turret guns. And the second game was a platformer, and then we went back to basically essentially create a multiplayer version of Guns of Icarus. And now we are working on we're working on the PvE version of Guns of Icarus. So it seems like we're always working on this game.
Yep, it's a never-ending task.
Yeah, it's to the point like if we jam on a new game idea, it has been far removed from multiplayer. I don't know if it's burnout or what. So like on the side, we're actually working on a mobile beat 'em up, a gestural beat 'em up. It's like something completely different.
I looked that up too. That actually looks kind of cool. It's like a hamster, right? Like hamsters.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to try it when we all met up for Eurogamer, because the people in the main studio are all like, "Oh, Amsterdam is too easy," but then we get hold of it and it's actually really hard because they're just so used to playing it well.
So I feel like you guys sent me some keys to do as a giveaway, but I'm not. Are these public? Is this actually something I can do, or is this?
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm like, oh, wait a second. I don't think
that's what Matt sent, right? I think they are.
It says Dev App keys and Alliance keys.
Okay, yeah, they are. They're basically so like, I guess Alex will know like. So I guess we created this dev app thing where it's essentially just a test client. So it's like I guess with Steam they allow you to create a test client, and so we've been allowing people who pre-order the game or at least the expansion to test early.
Oh, nice.
We kind of need it.
Yeah, it's great to have player input like that. That's actually
like,
really
it's
good.
Like, oh yeah, early access. No, we're just roping you into the test stuff.
So, giving out these keys would probably be a bad idea then?
No, it's fine. I mean, I think, yeah,
If
if people want to like check it out from the stream and they want to come in and try it, no, it's totally cool.
Now, do they, like, there's two different versions of it here. It says Dev App keys and Alliance keys.
Oh yeah, so
yeah, you need both.
The dev app is just the key to activate to install the test, and then the Alliance key is to basically activate Alliance. So they kind of
it unlocks the content.
Yeah, so they work together.
So if you do a giveaway, then you need to make sure that each recipient gets one of each.
So will
That's
Alliance?
exactly what I need to find out.
So yeah.
So let's do some giveaways. Woo!
Yeah.
Will Alliance be like standalone, or do you have to have the original online first?
It'll be a DLC.
Okay.
Alright, everyone, try to get familiar with the layout of this ship. It's a bit
Yeah, which is actually
It is a little bit weird. Alright. 2
No,
props.
this ship's awesome.
what ship are you guys playing?
It's the giant.
That is my engine!
The
I think they're on a
Phoenix.
Shrike.
Oh,
Yeah, the Shrike. That is our latest ship to go into the test client, and I'm in love with the aesthetics of it.
Yeah, this looks amazing.
Shrike it's a really speedy ship, but there are no guns facing forward, so
Sorry, I had to fire that once. It's beautiful.
obviously I'm not talking to my ally captains, or I'm not even talking to my crew. So
No, I've had to disable my voice chat so that I can use push to talk for the Skype call.
of course, but which means I'm
Yeah.
completely no teamwork whatsoever.
Teamwork is overrated anyway. I mean, it's only a cornerstone standpoint of our game's mechanic. It's not like we need it.
Fair
Who
enough.
needs teamwork in team-based games?
I know.
Yeah, no, not me. You know what? I haven't played this map before.
Well, the funny thing is that the allied captain, some players like trying to talk to me, but he's trying. Aha. I think he's trying to say that our base is taking damage.
On this map, based on what I've done before, it's a bit difficult.
But
It probably is.
it's not my problem.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, if the base goes down, we only lose, right?
Whoever's defending the base will lose. Who gets it?
Oh, but that's not us, so we don't need to care, right?
And most of the time we play against the players. I mean, a lot of players host tournaments and we'll try to participate and we'll just, well, I wouldn't say that because we know that we're inferior going in. Well, we kind of are, but usually we'll try to work out a blame system, trying to make sure the blame assignments worked out ahead of time. So there are no hard
Yeah, it's very
feelings
important.
afterwards.
Yeah, that's why I don't play with you guys so often in tournaments, because I would take the rap for it, but...
Well, I mean, usually, so far the blame assignment hadn't gone to crew as much. Usually, it's, the pilots. It's whether it's me or Matt or whoever, just kind of.
So you guys
blaming each other.
yourselves, you guys host tournaments?
We try not to. Mostly it's just players hosting tournaments, and we try to help them spread the word, or give them goodies in the game. We'll create badges and titles, sometimes items for them.
That's cool. I bet tournaments are a lot of fun.
Alright, let's see what is a good target.
I've
We've got
seen
one running
it's-
tomorrow, actually.
Don't have many
It's actually really interesting to see how players exploit or abuse us and in turn abuse the game. It's really enlightening just to see how people, what essentially the meta is at like really high level play.
Mhm.
And just sometimes we think that balance works this way until until players exploit it, and we're like, oh, okay, well, not quite what we thought. Well, these planes are shredding our base. Goodness.
Haha, the pesky plane is down. I do love planes.
Okay, I did what I was supposed to do, which is to retrieve one of the cargo and successfully bring it back to base. I don't know what everybody else is doing.
Whatever they like. Doesn't matter.
Taking out planes.
Yeah. It's a very easy time sink taking out the planes. Is this map bigger than the one we were on before, or is it just me?
It's a little bit bigger, and there's more paths and objectives.
I do like it. But we're flying over the mythical Eric statue, aren't we? Right now.
What?
The one that one of our fans says
put a-
looks like our lead designer.
Oh, he put a statue of himself in the game. Oh man.
Really?
Well, yeah,
I
but
don't
the art lead's face is on the front of the flat cannon. Like, it's no big deal.
Lighten him up, Juju.
Well, the thing is, okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
It is with Tim's face. I don't think Tim put it on there. I think someone else. Like, I think Eugene did that. So.
Oh yeah, he didn't do it himself. Like, he's
If he does it himself, then oh, man, that's
narcissism is real.
no. What's going on?
I gotta do some repairs if you want to take that side. There's one on it.
Oh, I'm on fire.
On it. Oh, nope, I'm not. I fell to the bottom.
That one's also on fire. Oh god.
It's... We gotta take out those planes.
Let's go to point B, guys.
Oh, hold her steady. Perfect line of sight. Oh shit.
Like crashing right through all these.
So what do you think have been some of the biggest challenges with making both the original Guns of Icarus and also this addition to it?
Oh,
It's been, like,
lot. I think
hurdles.
multiplayer. Multiplayer. I think, yeah. Well, really a multiplayer. Just because we haven't really done anything substantial multiplayer, and to just tackle it the first time was pretty daunting. Really, I mean, there's just a lot of things. I mean, like when we released the game. We had some Kickstarter backers in to test for us, right? And when we released Guns of Icarus, basically, I guess we just really didn't anticipate all the things that could have gone wrong, and a lot of things that, so for example, players who have different, network cards or maybe different VPN stuff. Sometimes, they're torrenting in the background or whatever. It's just all kinds of stuff that we end up having to troubleshoot. So we use Photon, right? And so Photon, for some reason, there's some version or some models of older routers that will corrupt UDP packages when we try to but basically in our client server connection, and so we had to somehow figure that out, because otherwise if players have networking problems, we essentially just totally just stabbing in the dark trying to figure out what's going on. So
Yeah, those tech support things still haunt us to this day.
I mean, just everything networking, building a network game, with even handling physics, dealing with performance, and then later on trying to figure out all the things that could have gone wrong on the on the player side, or a lot of times on our side, on Unity's side. Just it's been hard. And then I think with Alliance, AI has been really hard. I mean, when we in the earliest map that we built, two maps that we built are really open, and we had to build it more open because planes just they can't path properly, or they can't path through narrow spaces properly, and they just keep hitting walls. And we're like, oh my god.
Oh, the suicide planes. The
And then so
suicide
like we're
planes
like,
of
okay,
2014.
well we want to potentially go to PAX and we want to show off, but well, we need a map, and it's just it's a struggle. It's a struggle.
We have not released anything that's like a massively multiplayer game, but I remember like our very first project was a an MMO made in Visual Basic, and I totally understand that being the biggest trouble that you had, the biggest hurdle, because with multiplayer, you not only do you have like all these technical issues, but you also have to figure out how to deal with the people too.
Yeah.
Like, there's all these behaviors you just had no way to like
Yeah.
anticipate.
Yes. Yep. And I think that's really, because I mean, before we started, we had no idea how to, I don't know how to do anything, right? Like as far as like player related. Because I mean, I feel like with single player games, it's a little bit. I mean, it's definitely a little bit more like, okay, fine, we release a game, and okay, we fix bugs and whatnot, and at some point we're kind of done. Like obviously we'll still like talk to players and whatnot, but for the most part the game is done. But then I feel like with multiplayer, yeah, it was just like we didn't know how to do any of it. Like, manage the community, like, once players are in the game, how to, I don't know, moderate, or if people have different feature requests, like whatever, how to like systematically deal with that. Yeah, so it's just a lot of like searching in the dark without, like, yeah, just there's just a lot of like stabbing in the dark. But it's cool though. Like I think I didn't really realize just how rewarding it can be. Like now that we have, I guess small community, and there's just like the players playing the game, and they would stay with the game for a long while, and it's kind of cool. It's really cool.
It definitely has to be rewarding to see like players take on building a tournament. I mean, like I think that has to be one of the coolest things to see. Is players organizing a tournament. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, it is pretty amazing. I think just having a community end up being. I mean, I feel like, okay, with multiplayer games, like it's you work on a game in development. It's it's a creative process. It's fun. It's tough. But then you're building the game. But once the game is live, it's actually it's just different. It becomes like a living thing with the players that that can actually talk to. Like it's just a real surreal feeling, I think.
Are you planning to take this out to the conventions again now that you've got this update happening? Because I remember talking to you at PAX East.
Yeah.
I think you were like, I'm pretty done with showing this game.
I think with Guns of Icarus, we pretty much are done. I mean, I think now it's just the focus is showing Alliance, and we're at MagFest, and we'll go to PAX East again, but showing Alliance this time.
Awesome. We're nearing the end of the segment. Is there like anything that you feel like we've left out that's super cool that you'd want to talk about, or like hypnotizing people into buying your games, that kind of stuff?
Oh, I can do that.
I'm hypnotizing people right now as we speak. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think.
Do you guys have plans for more ships down the road?
Yeah.
Yes.
We are building a few more.
The Shrike is just amazing. It looks so good.
Oh, cool! Thanks. Yeah, the 3 ships that we build, the 3 new ships that we build, were just more lumbering ships, and finally decided to build a speedier one.
What was the first ship you guys put in game?
The first ship ever? Good question.
It would.
Maybe the
Spire, would it?
Spire came later for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably the Goldfish, I would say. the ship with the big front gun.
Is the Crusader fashioned after the pirates from what was that? It was an old school cartoon. It looks exactly like their pirate ship, though. Tailspin, sorry.
Yeah, I am not sure.
Oh man, Tailspin.
Karma, can you show the Crusader real quick?
Yep, I've got it up. It's definitely a cool looking one too. I like how the balloons are underneath it.
Sorry if I caused Google to crash for the amount of people imaging search that.
Alright, well, when we do the switchover, I'm gonna do another couple giveaway keys since the stream's gonna go down for a second, so this is to make up for that blank airspace for everybody.
Sure.
I guess this is an incredible game made by a small team, and you should all be very, very impressed, and you should all go and buy it and support them so they make more games of
Yay.
this amazing quality. I guarantee you that with the quality that's going into this game, these people are working their bottoms off. They have no bottoms. That is what's happened.
Yeah, that is what happened.
That's me attempting to shill for you guys. So,
All right.
buy Guns of Icarus. Pre-purchase.
Buy their games so they can
Yes.
get new bottoms.
Yes, they
Yes.
need new bottoms.
Yes, please. I do.
That's what we're spending our money for.
And,
Let's-
and so I'm gonna kind of, I don't know. I'm still so bad at this. This is our fourth one, and I'm just terrible, like swapping things. But I guess thank you so much for Howard
Good.
and Muse both for being here. Howard, you're awesome. You know I think so. But you guys are really inspirational, I think, to a lot of indie devs. A lot of people want to have studios that put out this level of quality and with so much passion. So keep doing what you're doing, and I'm really glad that you could be on the Super Show.
Yay.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. I'm gonna kick you off now.
Okay.
So-
That is awesome, as Alex was saying.